with us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, and with me tonight, Grant Hill and Tim Legler. And down on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. And it's going to be New Orleans off the tip. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
I mean, big-time finish from Jackson. He is a force out there.
Just an electrifying style on the court for John Morant. And Grant, he's not shy when it comes to confrontation.
Oh, yeah. No, he's not ducking any smoke. But part of his maturation is choosing his battles, including trying to preserve his body from those fearless forays to the rim.
Daniels, that one's true.
Yeah, you can tell Curry knows the angles, smartly setting up another guy.
It's Dort on the wing. It's Bridges on the wing. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. And Davis with the block. And the whistle stops play here. It's not a clean block shot, instead a shooting foul. And we'll see free throws coming up right here. Oh, man, this should be fun tonight. These teams love to let it fly from deep.
Oh, both these teams live and die by the three-pointer. If they're both on, we'll have a really high-scoring game. But if not, we might have enough bricks for houses at both ends.
Now here's Barnes. So far, he's averaging 11 points a game.
Yeah, in the two-man game there, great read by Barnes, and you see him again playing at his pace.
Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. Back to Jackson. Uncovered. Rebound, Anthony Davis. To the middle. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Now, Barnes really gets off the ground. He is just an effortless athlete.
Pass to Jackson. Beyond the arc. That doesn't go either for Jackson. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Eric Spoelstra had a few moments to share with me. He's focused on Jaren Jackson Jr. tonight, always a big problem for opponents. Coach told me Triple J does the two things we all want: hit threes and block shots. He's won a Defensive Player of the Year, so we're talking about one of the toughest guys to game plan for because he's really good at both ends. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. And again, New Orleans no good. And Tim, some have said that the hardcore Heat culture doesn't work in today's league.
Well, there certainly is a different mindset in the modern player. And the Heat organization was always known for working players the hardest. But now they have to ease back, but still be tougher than most.
Davis can't hit. And here's Morant. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14.5 a game.
It's a tough stretch for him right now. He may want to find a different way to stay involved.
Jackson, the screen from the stripe. Davis with a rebound.
Well, the defense was daring him to take that shot, and it paid off.
Shot is good by Curry.
And it just doesn't matter where Curry is on the court with that kind of touch.
Here's Morant. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
Here's Daniels. Down low. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And it's 6'10" with almost a 7.5-foot wingspan. Is Anthony Davis better at the 5 position, Tim?
Well, B.A., he's versatile enough certainly to handle either spot, but he's made it clear he wants to play the 4, and given his injury history, I get where he's coming from. Well, you think about the big guys in this league that can do it all. Anthony Davis is one of those names that'll come to mind. When he's healthy, he is one of the best.
On the wing, Davis. Rebounded by New Orleans. Pass to Morant. Uneasy, too, on the layup. Morant's got his second basket.
Morant not afraid to get in there and play big, showing his toughness in close.
Now here's Daniels, pounded by Morant. Now here's Thibault, back to Daniels. Miami moving it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They grab their own miss. Barnes the screen. Inside. Dort with a steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Pelicans. Here's Morant. And the basket is good. Morant's got 6. Miami trailing. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Curry, no good. Left side, Morant. Jackson, the screen. This one to 3. And he misses the shot again. Only 2 of 7 in this one. Pass to Daniels. The 3 from Barnes. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. It's New Orleans leading by just 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pelicans?
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
Pass to Knipple. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Robinson can't hit. New Orleans leading by 4. Williams looking around. Washington a screen. Pass to Ware. Fires from deep. Rebound Miami.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Durant. On the wing, Durant. The three is up. The rebound by Ware. On offense, here are the Pelicans. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Again, the Heat misses. Williams on the wing. Three-pointer. Ooh, Robinson with a block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. Heat on D. Trailing by 4. To the inside. Ooh, Durant with a steal. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Kevin Durant, as effortless as a scorer as this league has ever seen. He said, I'm not really flashy with how I play anymore. I just try to look for the best shot and be simple and easy with my game. Fly under the radar a bit. After every shot, I just run down the court and get back on defense. Brian, back to you.
All right, thank you, Allie. Ellis outside. Pass to Williams. 5 to shoot. Here's Ware. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. And it's the Heat with the ball. They host the Pistons after this one. Yep, count it.
Durant just going to work inside, outsmarting the defense and getting the close-range look.
Josh Okogie. First personal foul. First team foul.
So it's the Pelicans now. Outside, Williams. They get it again. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out, just going right for the slam.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
A knockdown shooter if I ever saw one. Con Knipple is a constant threat on the perimeter, Grant.
Yeah, Knipple is a high-level floor spacer. He has a great feel for the game and makes solid reads. Plus, his strong frame allows him to match up with bigger wings.
Pass to Williams. Jacks up a 3. The shot no good. Heat trail by 4. Murray for 3. The putback. And it's Kitty with a rebound. Here's Williams. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Kevin Durant.
And you see Williams there showing off that quickness and why it's not easy to knock him off balance.
So timeout called here. The first for New Orleans. Good on the second one. And we're seeing teams now that have found success with twin towers inside. What's behind that, Tim?
Well, there's a big difference between positionless basketball and small ball. Key is, if you can be big and skilled, that's a pretty tough combination to match up with.
No matter how the game changes, rebounding is always going to be a factor.
It's always key.
And yep, it's good.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Pass to Ware. The 3. It's hauled in by the Heat.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the board.
Counted from distance. Knipple's got his first 3 points of the game.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
And it's Giddey off the drive. Robinson with a steal. And that misses. That would have put him up.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
Washington a screen. Back to Ware. From outside the arc. And the Pelicans miss again. After having trailed for a while, they could retake the lead.
Nice effort to battle back and put themselves in this position.
Well, you can really count on Murray to share the ball.
Now here's Giddey. Pass to Ware. 6 on the shot clock. To win the run. Can't get the layup. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. It could go. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's the Heat up 3. And we'll return shortly. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Davis a screen. Puts it up from 17. And the jumper is good.
Yeah, Curry is deadly from anywhere on the floor, including the mid-range.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Takes a 3. Knocks it down from distance. Jackson's got 7.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Outside Curry. The 3 is up. The rebound by Jackson.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Pass to Moran. Clock at 6. Jackson the screen. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Rebounded by Daniels. The Heat with the lead. Takes the 3. Curry with another miss.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
It's stolen by Thibault. And pushing it up. Here's Miami. Back to Davis. AD doing what he does.
Over the years, we've seen a lot of this from Davis, playing above the rim.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw. No doubt, Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special, Grant.
Well, B.A., he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a sliver of daylight. And this is why teams often choose to double him the moment he crosses half court. Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
Pelicans trail by 3. Jackson outside. Back to Morant. Jackson the screen. Lets a floater go. That misses. And a chance to tie it.
Well, his poor shooting hasn't helped them much, but you can't point the finger solely at him for why they're behind.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, B.A. The Miami Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra had talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Back to you guys.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. There's Davis with the 3. It's hauled in by New Orleans. The Lakers will be traveling in to face them after this one. And that's a 1-game homestand for the club. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the official.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
With that combination of size and versatility, it's hard keeping Anthony Davis in check.
Tim, growing up in the D.C. area, at what point did you fall in love with the sport of basketball?
Well, B.A., the first team I loved were the Washington Bullets in the late 70s with Elvin Hayes. They won that one championship in Washington. But Larry Bird coming into the league in 1980 really changed everything for me. That's when I truly fell in love with the sport, emulating a guy like that.
Greatest player from the DMV?
Oh, I guess I'd have to say Kevin Durant, certainly.
And Tim Legler, of course.
Even better answer.
Morant. Excellent D there from Davis.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
And he commits the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Substitution on the court.
There's 1:54 left in the third quarter. And he gets the bucket.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Now Giddey. Back to Williams. To the left wing. Here's Ware. And again, New Orleans, no good.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Durant with the bucket.
And where is the leadership? Because in the second half, they just haven't brought the same energy defensively.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Ware's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
And the responses often come from the three-point line. That's just today's game.
The 3 from Washington. The rebound by Murray. Miami leading by 8. Pass to Robinson. They kick it out to Murray. Miami moving it around. It's stolen by Washington. To the paint. And Washington powers it through.
Yeah, this is a highlight of Giddey's game. His innate ability to set others up.
Murray scanning the floor. Here's Knipple. 6 to shoot. Pass to Okogie. Launches it. Here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
And he's battling for everything, doing all he can to help extend their lead.
Just throwing down the putback with authority.
Leaving some skin on the floor. Those are pure hustle points.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
Right now, as a coach, you're looking out on the floor and you're wondering, do I have the right 5 on the court together?
New Orleans calls timeout. And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
And one thing I've learned through the years is no matter the situation, there are always adjustments you can make.
Yeah, I just don't think right now they're doing a good enough job of hunting the right mismatches.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Here's Williams. And a miss there off the inbound. And so it's Miami finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. The hustle they've shown on defense. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Pelicans trail by 8. Outside Giddey. Pass to Williams. Off target from three-point range.
They are just owning the boards right now.
Daniels with it. Out to the wing. Here's Knipple. Back to Daniels. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Knipple. Stolen by Ellis. It's 2-on-1. Here's Giddey. It's Giddey on the wing. Here's Minot. He's guarded by Barnes. Yep, that one goes.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
And it's Daniels with the ball for the Heat. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Knipple. Screen by Robinson. From deep. Knipple, no good.
Using all of that size to create leverage and rip down that board. Yeah, he gives up a few inches to most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance.
Oh, deflected. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
He is just trying to make an impact by disrupting their rhythm.
That one's good for 2. And the Heat lead by 6.
And that's what the scouting report says. Give Barnes the jumper, but that time he made you pay.
Where the screen to the wing on the left. Ellis outside. And pushing it up. Here's Miami. It's Barnes on the wing. Here's Knipple. Daniels outside. Over Giddey. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. Pelicans trail by 6. Pass to Minot. Back to Giddey. Here's Minot. Fires for 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Minot got 7 now in this quarter.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. The Pelicans call timeout. The Pelicans making a switch here.
You know what time it is, man. Make some noise for your Heat.
Heat leading by 3. Outside Curry. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. To the middle. Durant. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First team foul.
Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, B.A., most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill, unprecedented. KD able to rise up and score over most any defender.
Outside, Williams. Jackson outside. And the 3 misses.
They've been winning the rebound battle today. Another big board right there.
And count it.
As cold as he was in the first half, he's done a great job regrouping and turning things around after the break.
It's Jackson, high post. Here's Morant. It's stolen by Thibault. It's a one-on-one situation.
Defense gets a little too close to Durant there, and he smartly makes sure to pick up the foul while shooting.
And he drops it first. And both free throws good for Durant.
It can help a big man's game to hit those free throws. It keeps the defense from getting too aggressive.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Heat. And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for Miami. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. Now Durant. He fires from 18. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Here's Jackson. Puts up the tray. Cleared away by Davis.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Cleared away by Davis. Miami leading by 9. Takes a three. Rebounded by Jackson.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Dort fires. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Huge bucket. This team trusts Dort in the critical moments.
Here's Curry. Screen by Durant. Dort with a steal.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Well, this is where you are going to lean on your go-to scorer.
What determination from Morant in the paint, getting his shot off despite being fouled.
And the second of 2 is good. And that brings him within 5.
In their position, they really need to cash in on every chance at the line.
And that's an intentional foul. Here's Murray. Outside Curry. Shoots a three. Oh, it doesn't go. Crucial possession right here.
The crowd is on edge.
Outside Morant. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
And just turns it over in one of the most irritating ways possible. I mean, what was that?
Yeah, that's just a lack of concentration. You have to be more careful handling the basketball.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Team foul number 4.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
He doesn't waste a chance to pad their lead. It's been some solid free throw shooting.
Let's loose for 3. Murray pulls it down. Davis. No good from 3. And so Miami takes the win. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
I hang in the trenches with my partner.